Hello, people of God. Welcome to another edition of Health is Life. And don't die before your time. I am your host, Pastor Dr. J.J. Ibeneme, an exponent of longevity and fulfillment. And today, I have a wonderful package for humanity. Today's topic says, high blood pressure, the silent killer. High blood pressure, the silent killer. I know a good number of friends and close associates who have died this year of high blood pressure. So, it is very important that I have to showcase some of the things that are causing the blood pressure to be high. As a matter of fact, you know that death is the separation of the soul from the body. And the separation occurs when the body is too weak to carry the soul. So it makes a lot of sense for us to know those things that will make the body to become very weak, such that the soul will separate from the body. So today we are talking about high blood pressure. It's a silent killer. It kills people every day by day. So before we continue, I am taking my text from the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 19b, or verse 19. Somebody for me, verse 19.
In the sweat of your face,
In the sweat of your face,
you shall eat bread,
you shall eat bread,
till you return to the ground.
till you return to the ground.
For out of it you were taken.
For out of it you were taken.
For dust you are,
For dust you are,
and to dust you shall return.
and to dust shall you return. Dust thou art, and unto dust shall thou return. God made this pronouncement when man sinned against him. He said that man is dust, and we must surely return to dust. In the previous time, it was the mind of God that man shall live on earth forever. But when God saw that man is sinful, he made a death pronouncement upon all human beings. But at the same time, in the olden days, people were living up to 900 years. Somebody like Methuselah lived for 969 years. But as man continued to sin and make God to be angry, God reduced our lifespan down to 120 years. So it makes a lot of sense to know that man, God has decreed death upon all mankind, but it is in your power or in your hand to postpone the day of your death. It is left for you to postpone the day of your death, depending on the lifestyle you live. If you adopt a health-damaging lifestyle, you will die untimely. If you adopt a health-promoting lifestyle, you will live and fulfill the number of your days here on earth. The will of God is like, let us go to the mountain of life, our journey of life. When a child is born from this year one, the baby will keep on growing until 30 years. Then the hormone that is making the baby to grow will put a reverse gear. In other words, it's just like a motor that is going forward. At the time, the vehicle will start to go backwards. That the hormones will decline in production. So the person has entered another stage of life, which we call the declining stage. You are growing old. From this age down to 40 years, people start to die natural death due to so many reasons. One of them is what we are going to tackle today, high blood pressure. Then from this for 40 years, up to 50 is like somebody who has climbed the peak of the mountain. So 50 years is like the peak of the mountain of life. Then from there, you keep coming down, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and so on, depending on the type of body you inherited from your parents and the health habits you have adopted. Two things will help you to live long and fulfill the number of your days here on earth. Whether you are going to live up as from 50 years, as from 60 years of age, two things will determine whether you are going to live up to 70, 80, 90, 100. Number one, the type of body you inherited from your parents. Number two, the health habits you have adopted. So today, we are teaching on high blood pressure. The thing that are causing that blood the pressure to be high. Let me give you an example of what we mean by high blood pressure. Maybe in your house now, you have a borehole. That borehole, you use what we call pressure pipes to run it. If you pump water, there must be a pressure in the pipes. And if something is blocking one of the pipes will have to burst and the damage. So in the same way, when the blood is having pressure, there is danger. Anything can happen at any time. Death may occur. There may be a rupture, or the blood vessel may tear or break. We call it stroke or brain hemorrhage or whatever. So you have to avoid anything that will make your BP to be very high. It makes a lot of sense for you to know the culprits. Those things that are making the BP to be high. Your blood pressure. The blood pressure simply means the amount of pressure that is being exerted by the blood upon the blood vessels. The blood vessels are the veins and arteries in your body. The type of pressure they are receiving from you. Whenever your heart pumps blood, the heart is beating, pumping blood, as it is beating and pumping blood, the amount of pressure that the blood gives to your blood vessels is what we call high blood pressure. When the pressure is high, it may kill. When the pressure is low, it can also kill. So you have to avoid high blood pressure and avoid low blood pressure. Two of them are very bad. What of when your blood pressure is above 140 stroke 90 millimeter of mercury substance, you have to watch your blood pressure. You have entered the danger line. And from 140 over 90 millimeter of mercury, be on the watch out. 150 over 100 millimeter of mercury, watch out. There's danger. So number one thing you have to know is those things that are causing the BP to be high. In most cases, we don't know what is causing them, but what you eat on a daily basis are the culprits. Number one thing is red oil. This is what is causing high BP. Upon the lots of people, red oil. This is what we call red oil, palm oil. Now, when you cook, maybe bitter leaf, or egusi soup, or bono soup, or beans, or mai, you carry one full bottle of oil and pour inside the pot. You eat, and you have to be happy and enjoy yourself. But this thing you are pouring inside your pot, one full bottle, is what we call killing food. It will kill you. But you don't know. These are what we call saturated fats. Saturated fats. Saturated fats are those fats that congeal under room temperature. If you leave this oil now, it will congeal under room temperature. So this is saturated fat. If you are up to 40 years of age, take a little of it. Don't pour the whole bottle inside your soup or inside your food. It is a clean food because the more you eat it, the more it will continue to pile up in the blood vessel. Piling up, day in, day out. Piling up, building up. Plaques. It builds up what we call plaques in the blood vessel. So that when the heart pumps blood in, it will wedge it. This is number one killing food. This is another killing food. This is another killing food. Butter. Butter. When you are eating butter, the whole thing is piling up in the blood vessel, building up over the years, piling up. They are saturated fats. When you eat cake, you have eaten butter. When you eat bread, buns, donuts, all those, you are eating butter. Another one is cheese and yeast. All these are saturated fats. Another one is red meat. Red meat. Red meat contains saturated fats. But I will not tell you not to eat meat because meat is very important to the body. Because meat is animal protein. And all the organs in our body need animal protein on a daily basis. Because there is no part of the body where protein is being stored. So your body needs protein every day by day, animal protein. So I cannot tell you to stop eating meat or egg. Keep on eating meat and egg to help your organs to keep on working for you. But if you want to cook, if you want to parboil meat, after parboiling red meat, allow the water to cool down. Then the fat will hang on top of the water. Remove them before cooking your food. When you remove them, you are free from that saturated fat. So many people are teaching that egg is bad for the body. No, I will not tell you to stop eating egg because one egg is a well-balanced diet. Everything your body needs, they are complete in one egg. So I will not tell you to stop eating egg. It's just like what we say, when you are trying to avoid eating animal protein like egg, you may end up having a liver cirrhosis or a weak ATP because all the organs in your body, they need animal protein to function very well. So I will not tell you to stop eating animal protein like egg or meat. The problem we have is lack of activation. After the percentage of fat in one egg is only 2%. If you are active, after eating egg, just walk around. You will burn it off. 2% is very small. After eating egg, walk around. You burn it off. So, the next one, number one is red oil. Number two is butter. Then cheese, yeast, coconut oil. All these are saturated fats. As you are eating them, they are piling up in the blood vessel. At a time, the piling up will grow and become a plaque. What is plaque? Now, what is plaque? Remember, I'm talking about secondary hypertension. Because there are two types of hypertension. Number one is primary. The other one is secondary. I'm talking about the secondary one, the one that kills people every day by day. The primary one comes and goes, depending on the type of stress you are passing through. When a woman is pregnant, she has to have primary hypertension. But the moment she delivers, the hypertension is over. So I'm talking about the secondary hypertension. The one that is always the BP is always high, high, the one that kills people every day by day. That's where I'm going. What is causing it? When you keep on eating saturated fat, from the day you were born, from 1 year to 2 years, by the time you get to 30 years, to 40 years, you have eaten enough fat. There has been enough build-up in the blood vessel. And moreover, people, the moment they enter 35 years of age, they stop exercising, they stop playing ball, they stop running, they stop riding bicycle, they stop swimming, they enter into what we call a sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle is a lifestyle without exercise. When you are eating every day by day, but at the end of the day, you don't do exercise, you may be on the speed lane to the grave, because that fat you are getting from the food you are eating is being piled up in the blood vessel, day in, day out. And when you fail to flush them out at a time, it will become a plaque. That plaque in the blood vessel is what is causing high blood pressure, because the blood cannot flow very well. Now, what is a plaque? What is a plaque in the blood vessel? Now, let me use a boy as an example. If you see a boy who does not brush his teeth from week to week, from month to month, if you open up the teeth of that young boy, you will see that some of the teeth are yellowish. Some of them are having some milk white something. That milk white something is very strong. That milk white something is very strong. If you may use a knife or spoon to pull them out. The reason why that teeth is having that milk white hard substance is because over the years or days or months, that boy has been eating oily things without brushing his teeth. So that at the time, that those oily foods will form that hard substance in the teeth. In the same way, when you are eating saturated fat, oil, butter, red meat, cheese, ghee, coconut oil every day by day, they keep on piling in the blood vessel. At the time, they have to form a plaque. That plaque is what is the blood. When the heart pumps blood, the plaque cannot allow the blood to flow very well. Then you start to have high blood pressure. So what are you going to do about it? Number one thing you are going to do about it is to counter that high blood pressure. What are you going to use to counter it? Number one, reduce the quantity of saturated fat in your food intake. This red oil is a killing food. When next you want to cook food, put small, don't put plenty. Put small, it can kill you. Put small oil. Bitter leaf food, soup, put small. Beans, put small. My, put small. Small oil, small. Don't continue to drink it. It can kill. Number one, reduce the intake of saturated fat. Number two, if your BP is high and you want to reduce it to some good extent, number two is, before you go to the bed in the night, take garlic. This is garlic. Take garlic and chew it. Chew garlic, then chew onion. This is onion. Take onion and garlic, chew them together and eat. Garlic and onion, they wash the blood vessel. Just the same way you use soap and water to wash an oily plate. Garlic and onions, they wash your blood vessel. When you are sleeping, they are working for you. They are washing off the blood that have been piled up in the blood vessels over the years. But it is not enough. I have said number one, avoid eating much of this red oil. Number two, take garlic and onion. Number three, you have to put action into your heart. Your heart needs action to remain in motion. Your heart is in motion every day by day. But that motion is normal motion. If you want to survive for the next 10 years, or 20 years, or 30 years, depending on your age, you have to put action into your heart. Your heart needs action to remain in motion. How do you put action into your heart? Your heart is beating at a rate of 140 times per minute. That is normal beating. If you allow your heart to continue to beat at a beating rate of 140 times per minute, all these fats will continue to pile up in the blood vessel. So what you have to do, once in a day or 3 times in a week, put action into your heart. How do you put action into your heart? Come and hold this microphone for me. Now, this is a bag of sand. This bag of sand is going to put action into your heart. Do this for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Put action into your heart. But you saw me, I counted my own, only 7. I don't want to do more than 7 because if I do more than 7, it's going to disturb my speech. So for you, you're having high BP. In the morning, after eating garlic and onions in the night, in the morning when you wake up, do it 20 times at a stretch. When you do this thing 20 times at a stretch, your heart will start to beat at an abnormal rate of 170 times per minute. 170 times per minute. And that beating rate, bing. It's like Monday hammer. When you are using Monday hammer to demolish concrete, that beating rate will demolish all the build-up, all the plaques, all the fat that have been built up, that have been piling up in your blood vessel. So put action into your heart on a regular basis. Finally, that your BP drops. Don't drop it. Keep on taking it. But don't depend on your BP drops alone. So many people who died this year, they were taking BP drops. But at the time, the BP drops couldn't work. They all died. Why? Because the BP drops can only control the high blood pressure, but it cannot remove all those build-up in the blood vessel. What can only remove them is garlic and onions and putting action into your heart. The heart is the only agent that can pull out the place in the heart. Nothing else. No drugs can pull them out. So, don't neglect exercise. Very important. More especially, an exercise that will put serious action into your heart. Like the one that you have seen me now doing. When you do it 20 times at a stretch. But remember, you have to put sand into the bag depending on your size and your weight. I put small sand into the bag because I don't have much weight. If you are healthy, you put enough sand in the bag and carry it. It will put serious action into your heart. If you are tiny or smallish, put small sand into the bag. Based on your weight, put the sand in the bag based on your weight. The ones you can carry. Keep on doing it. I guarantee you, high BP will never kill you in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
What have I said? Combine these 4 items. Garlic and onions, exercise, reduce the intake of saturated fats, then drink your high BP drugs. When you combine them very well, you will live long and fulfill the number of your days here on earth. God will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen.